Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Maureen Roman, Superintendent of Schools. Welcome to the Outstanding Student of the Month for April. And we're so pleased to have such a great crowd here today and have some small members of our community here to join us. Absolutely adorable. So to give you a little background generally, then the principals will probably provide you with a lot more information. This is an award that we only give out 11 times a year. And not 11, 9. And it's a pretty prestigious award because less than 2% of our students ever get this award. And it really is to acknowledge academic achievement, but also stellar citizenship. Because we feel those are very important aspects of a well-rounded student. And they're very much aligned to our portrait of the graduate, where we do want our students to be good at collaborating, good at communicating, and being part of a team, which future employers really want to see too, for that matter. So we find that those two traits are very important for this award. So you can only get it one time in your entire career as a student here. And what we're going to do is have each principal come up and they'll explain to you how you were nominated. And often you'll hear from other teachers that you've had over your history at your school, which is really cool. Believe it or not, even your kindergarten teacher remembers you. And during when you come up, we'll have you get your certificate and an envelope full of goodies. And then you can take pictures at that point, but I do have a group photo at the very end of the ceremony, which I publish in my newsletter, which I send out to families on a quarterly basis. We also are videotaping it today. We used to live stream it, we can't do that anymore because the internet here is not great, but you will get a link tomorrow or this week so that you can share this recording out with any family members or friends who couldn't be here today. And that's gonna, be a nice opportunity for you to have that. And you can keep it as well for future reference. So, and at the end of the ceremony too, we have refreshments in the back that you're welcome to enjoy. So without further ado, I'm gonna start with our elementary school list here. So first and foremost, we're going to bring up Mr. Jason Smith, principal of Anna Reynolds School. And he's going to tell us about Emilise Rojas. So if you could both join us up here. Come on up. There we go. Mr. Smith, this is for you.
Thank you. I'm here today with Emilise Rojas, a fourth grader at Anna Reynolds. And before I talk about Emilise, and I do have a lot to say, going back to her kindergarten teachers, I wanted to mention the process. So the process at many of the schools, the elementary schools, that each classroom teacher nominates a student to be their classroom student of the month. And then there's a committee of staff that will look at those nominations and decide who's going to be the outstanding student of the month to represent their school. And Emilise was our outstanding student of the month for April. The other thing I realized as I was collecting the information and putting this together about Emilise is she is the third fourth grader that I have been stood up here with this year that was a distance learner as a kindergartner. So that was that year when kindergarten they had the option to be full-time distance learner. So the third one from Mrs. B's distance learning kindergarten class. So I know Emilise came into kindergarten with so many of the skills and traits of being such an outstanding student before even coming into our school. So thank her family for all that, because she really set the groundwork right as a distance learner in kindergarten. So Emilise, Mrs. Reynolds, your fourth grade teacher, says she's very proud to nominate you as her student of the month. You're an absolute leader in our classroom. You are a true tiger every day. She is kind and inclusive and prioritizes making everyone feel welcome and important. She's always engaged in learning and asks many great questions. Emilise demonstrates how responsible she is in her work completion in words and actions. Mrs. Van Soos, your third grade teacher, says she was fortunate to be Emilise's third grade teacher last year. Emilise comes to school each day with a big smile and great attitude. She works hard, stays curious, and always tries her best, whether solving a tricky math problem, diving into a good book, or sharing thoughtful ideas in class. What makes Emilise stand out is her kindness and positive energy. She's a great friend to others, always ready to help, and made our classroom a happier place. Mrs. Van Soos is so proud of you. Keep shining and being amazing. Mrs. Rodriguez, your first grade teacher, said it is with great pride and joy that she celebrates Emilise as Anna Reynolds' outstanding student of the month, a former Golden Nugget from room 7, Amy Leaks has always stood out as someone who naturally lives out the values we know as the Tiger model, being kind, inclusive, engaged, and responsible. Long before those words became our guiding principles, even as a first grader, Amy Leaks showed up each day ready to learn and eager to lend a helping hand. She brought warmth and positivity into our classroom, always welcoming peers with a smile and offering encouragement when things felt tough. If a task was challenging, she met it with resilience and determination. If it came easily, she generously shared her knowledge to support others around her. Amy Leaks often spoke with love about her growing family, and she looked forward to becoming just as caring a big sister as she was a friend at school. She truly embodied that role both in and out of the classroom. Mrs. Rodriguez is incredibly proud to have been a part of your early journey and even more excited to see all that lies ahead for you. Congratulations. Mrs. B, Amy Leaks' kindergarten teacher for distance learning, says she was so excited to hear that Amy Leaks was our outstanding student of the month. She started her school career in our online kindergarten classroom. Amy Leaks was always so engaged and loved to take part in all learning experiences. She enjoyed meeting her friends at lunch bunch and was a problem solver when using technologies. Congratulations, Amy Leaks. Mrs. Bedford, your technology teacher, says that Amy Leaks is creative, kind, and responsible in technology. That you create beautiful artwork, both in person and digitally. And whenever they create a project, you can always find yourself saying, wow, when she sees the work that she designs for the project after. She is kind and inclusive by enthusiastically agreeing to work with all friends in her class. When working with others, she has a smile on her face and a willingness to show others her knowledge without shattering but guiding them through the process. Mrs. Gallup, Amy Leaks' music teacher, says that Amy Leaks is a conscientious and kind student who always puts forth her best effort and demonstrates role model behavior at all times. Amy Leaks actively participates in musical activities. She plays the clarinet in our Anne Reynolds band and is also a member of the Anne Reynolds chorus. Amy Leaks is an important member of our Anne Reynolds community. Mr. Rivera, our security guard, says that Amy Leaks is a great example of what a safety patroller is supposed to be. She is reliable and a team player. She consistently reports her post and diligently monitors her area of responsibility for hazards and unsafe student behaviors. Amy Leaks is very polite, courteous, and embodies our Tiger expectations. She greets students, staff, and visitors with a wonderful smile each and every day. Our Safety Patrol program and Anne Reynolds community are fortunate to have her serve as a patroller and sergeant for the Anne Reynolds Safety Patrol. Outside of school, Amy Leaks plays soccer for Newington. Congratulations to Amy Leaks for being Anne Reynolds' Outstanding Student of the Month.
Brother giving all kinds of cheers back there. You can tell, he's not looking up to my big sister up there. So you sure get a lot done in a day, don't you? Can you tell me, I didn't give you the heads up on this, but we'll work on this together. What do you think you would say to other kids at Reynolds about how to be a successful student?
Like stay focused and persevere through challenges in school.
There you go, that's pretty good. No practice at all. So that was a little tip for all the upcoming students that I would ask you that question. All righty, we are going to move on now to Elizabeth Green School. Mr. Duran's going to join us up here with Sebastian Rosa. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kevin Duran, principal at Elizabeth Green, and we have the same process that Mr. Smith explained over at Anna Reynolds. Teachers nominate students for Student of the Month. We then do a voting, and Sebastian was our Student of the Month for the month of April. And he's more than qualified. From everybody that I've talked to and what I'm going to read to you, we're so proud that he was the one picked for our school because of the growth that he's shown over his 5 years with us. So it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Sebastian Rosa as our Outstanding Student of the Month. He's a 4th grader in Mrs. Bedard's class. Sebastian has been doing an outstanding job, and we're so proud of him. Here's what his teachers had to say. Mrs. Bedard shared, that she nominated Sebastian because of the astonishing growth he has shown this year. At the beginning of the year, he had struggles when things didn't go his way. He has shown such a huge change since then. Now, he cheers on and encourages classmates for their successes and accomplishments. He gives high fives and always compliments others on their progress. He embraces new academic challenges with positivity. Even when the work gets challenging, he takes a moment to think through the problem and work on with his decision. She has heard from a number of staff members who wanted to share to her all the kind things that Sebastian has said to them. He's known for when he leaves classes going up to the teacher and saying, "Oh, that was a good lesson," or "Thank you for teaching me that." His growth in both his academics and his displays of kindness to others make him a great example of an outstanding student of the month. I've talked to his previous teachers, and Mrs. Brennan, his first grade teacher, is so proud of all he has accomplished. When he entered her first grade classroom as a new student to E Green, she knew he had it in him to be his best self, and this award proves that. Sebastian always had a way to make her smile and laugh in the classroom, even when he was persevering through a challenging moment. Hard work and kindness pays off, Sebastian. Keep shining, way to go. Sebastian's second grade teacher, Mrs. Gildner, states, "Congratulations, Sebastian, on this remarkable achievement. It brings back such fond memories of his tenacity and enthusiasm, qualities he displayed even as a second grader. I'm so pleased this has truly paid off, and it is heartwarming to see him reach this significant milestone." Finally, his third grade teacher, Ms. Morris, shared, "Congratulations to Sebastian on all that he's accomplished. I'm so proud. As a third grader, I always believed in you and knew you could do it. It's sensational to hear that your hard work and dedication to this year is being acknowledged. Keep striving for success." I had the opportunity to sit with him and had a talk last week, and he shared with me that he lives with mom, dad, and his brother. He enjoys going on vacations with them, and he looks forward to them taking him to Disney, hopefully soon. He has 2 dogs and a fish. He wants a kitten to join the family, so keep that in mind. He enjoys science and playing video games. One of his favorite moments is spending time with his dad playing the video games. He looks forward to heading to MKMS and meeting new friends. When he's older, he wants to work in the science field or be a vet. On behalf of the staff and students at Elizabeth Green, we're proud to have you as our outstanding student of the month. Very proud.
That is a sharp tie. I haven't seen that one. Oh my goodness, they have our school mascot on it. Sorry, not to detract from Sebastian. Do you like Mr. Durant's tie as well?
What?
Did you notice Mr. Durant has on that? Lizzie is the school mascot, tie and shoes on today. I didn't know such things existed. But it's cool. Anyway, you wanted me to call you to the medical field, huh? What are you thinking? What kind of medical field? Doctor?
Like the vet.
Ooh, a vet. And that's when we might need a kitten in the house just to have extra eyes on all the possible pets of the world.
I do like cats. It's the reason why I want to get in is I just think they're really cute. But maybe since I ever wanted to be a vet, it was this year when the high school came over in the cafeteria to teach us about some medical health doctors, and one of them was a vet.
That is awesome. So our academy kids came over and talked to you a little bit about that. That is wonderful. Well, I wish you good luck on your dream of being a vet. Something tells me that is absolutely a possibility for you, and this is for you as well, Sebastian. Congratulations, Sebastian. Now we're going to bring up Miss Arlene Torres Ruiz, and she's going to tell us all about George Okori. Come on up.
Bienvenidos familias, welcome families.
I can see you. Okay, so today we're here to celebrate George. His 4th grade teacher says George is a fabulous choice for student of the month.
Already this school year, he has shown himself to be a student of high character, choosing to do the right thing even when others around him are not. This applies to the classroom, the cafeteria, and at recess. He's also very helpful, always offering to assist his peers or teachers, and often doing so without being asked. George always has a wonderful attitude towards learning and the effort he applies to his daily work. He comes into school the next day and shares how he continued learning a certain topic on his own at home. Academically, George is a high performance student, and personally, George has made so much growth this year. I also often hear other teachers within the building complimenting George on his actions and attitudes, which is so true. George definitely deserves the Student of the Month. Last year's teachers, Ms. Jensen, says George has really come so far this year in many different areas. She has seen him grow, and she has seen the change that he has made from 3rd to 4th. He excels in academics, but it is his attitude and perseverance that have stood out lately. So then I got to interview George. We sat in my office, we talked a little bit, and here's what I got from our interview. It is my absolute honor to recognize a truly outstanding 4th grade student, George Chukwuemeka Okore. We practiced that a lot. And I got it right? Did I get it? Yes, I did. As a Student of the Month. From the moment you speak with George, you can tell that he is someone special. He brings so much joy and energy to our school through his love of learning, especially in subjects like math and writing, where he shines creatively, particularly with fiction stories. He likes fiction. George says he enjoys typing more than writing the stories, and he's proud of all the things fictions, from his first book from Llama Llama to his own imaginative tales that he does in 4th grade. But George's excellence goes far beyond academics. When asked what makes a great friend, George says what makes him a great friend, he says it is his kindness, his respect, and his willingness to help others, especially when someone's struggling. It is clear that his heart for service and his role as treasurer of the student council is a point of pride. He actually shared how he and his mom worked so hard on his speech during a trip to Canada, so he was ready when he came back to say the speech. And this is the part that really got to me when we talked about it. I said, what was so special about winning the treasurer? He says that it was really meaningful to him, especially since his brother William once ran for office too, and he didn't get it. But he said that it felt like when he won it for both of them. I was like, okay. That's the kind of compassion and character George shows every day. George has also grown in incredible ways this year. He reflected on how his last year, he often felt emotional, but now, as a 4th grader and a role model, he's learned how to manage those feelings and lead by example. He credits his teacher, Ms. DeMay, for helping him grow, sharing how she challenges the class, genuinely cares for them, and even decorates her refrigerator with all the photos and whatever they draw. She also puts music on, which he likes. George deeply appreciates that kind of love and attention from Ms. DeMay, and it shows in how he treats others. When asked to dream up of his own school, George said, very, very plain, he goes, yeah, I want a school that has no bullying, no fighting, and where kindness is the rule. And then I said, well, how about if you have somebody that's like me, I got in trouble in 5th grade? And he said, well, don't worry, Ms. Torres-Reyes. He said, I'll even include a special program to help students to work through their emotions so they feel safe, supported, and successful. And I'm like, wow. Because George is, and he said this is another point of our interview. He says, because you never know the true potential someone might have. I was just like impressed. Yes, I see we're on the clock. And while George has big dreams of becoming a soccer player or a doctor, don't worry, Mom. or doctor, he already plays one of the most important roles as a person, that the person can, being a positive force in our school. Whether he's helping out, participating actively, or simply being a friend, George lives by the advice he gives to others. Be patient, you work hard, and persevere. And let me tell you, every morning, he's so active in our school. Like everyone knows George because he has done all of it. So congratulations, George, you inspire all of us, especially me.
Thank you so much, wow. How do I top that? Are you sure you're only in 4th grade? I know. Top that. I think you're only 21 and this is all some sort of sham, but anyway. I'm not sure what else I can ask you that wasn't already in that write-up, but what I picked up from your comments were that you've got some great ideas on how to be a school leader. Has being a principal ever crossed your mind?
Not really.
All right.
I asked him that already.
We'll settle for the doctor idea, that's still a pretty good option, but no, George, congratulations, it's tremendous. And did I hear you've written a book or a poem or something like that?
We've been working on projects of writing.
So you like to write as well as all your other talents?
Yes.
Beautiful, well, keep up all the good work, and I look forward to calling you doctor someday. In the meantime, it's a good evening. Congratulations. Alrighty. Last but certainly not least, at our elementary level, we're going to bring up Mr. Marciano from Ruth Chafee School. And we're here to honor Shrey Opadier. Did I get it right? I practiced that. There you go, Shrey.
Excellent. Jim Marciano, principal of the Ruth L. Chafee School. I'm very excited to honor Shrey today. One of the things that I've learned, I've known Shrey for about 7 months now, right? 7 months. One of the things that every time I see this young man, he always has a smile on his face, and one of the benefits of that is when you watch him with his peers, they gravitate to him because he brings the optimism, the positivity to the environment, to the school. So I have a lot of wonderful things to say about Shrey. So let me get a second here to organize my papers, and here we'll get off and running. So I have the pleasure of standing here before you today to share in the honor of recognizing Shrey as Ruth Chafee's Outstanding Student of the Month. Shrey has been a part of our Cardinal family for the last 5 years. I had the pleasure of sitting down with him and learning more about what he likes about school and the things he enjoys outside of school. When talking to him and asking him what he thinks about himself, he shared that he believes to be a safe leader who follows all 3 of our cardinal rules, which are be safe, be respectful, and be responsible. He believes that his peers find him to be funny and hardworking. He's an active representative on our student council and held the role as vice president in 3rd grade. Shrey went on to say how math is his favorite subject, which is quite interesting because a lot of these presentations, math seems to be the favorite subject, and I shared that with him. He even went on to sharing his joy for science because of experiments that he likes to work on. This is something he's excited about in middle school. Mr. Diaz, is he really, that's Mr. Diaz, you met him, right? He really enjoys STEM. He's looking forward to the STEM programs that you guys offer there at Wallace. So although Shrey plays the saxophone in school, when Shrey is not in school, he plays the drums. I love the variability and challenging himself, for sure. He participates in tennis tournaments and is part of our local travel basketball team. In his downtime, he also enjoys reading graphic novels, mystery books, and his favorite is the Hunger Games series. When the news came out that Shrey was chosen as our Outstanding Student of the Month, the staff at Chafee were not surprised as he's a superb student. Ms. Bonfoy, his current 4th grade teacher, shares how Shrey is the kind of leader that every teacher loves to see in their classroom. Learning comes easy for Shrey, but he is constantly on the lookout to do better, do more, and push himself beyond what is learned. Beyond what he's learned. Shrey never takes the easy way out, but instead embraces and even seeks out challenges to further benefit from his time at school. Shrey has a knack for utilizing technology to enhance he and his classmates' experience creatively and inquisitively using new tools and platforms like Google Forms and Canva to create and communicate. You just designed our Spirit Day poster, didn't you, using Canva. Shrey is also an incredible friend, demonstrating a commitment to empathy and enthusiasm that makes everyone feel welcome and comfortable in his presence. If his smile doesn't do it, his words certainly do. It was inspiring as an educator to work with a student who was clearly wait a second, that didn't match up. I'm sorry. Rise to the occasion. It was inspiring as an educator to work with a student who was clearly passionate about his learning and improvement. Most importantly, Shrey always maintained values of kindness and acceptance and treated everyone fairly and with respect. Shrey was a very important part of our classroom community and remains a very important member of our school community. Through his work in student government, his willingness to lend a hand to a friend in need or greeting a classmate with a smile, Shrey always shows up for his peers. The honor of Outstanding Student of the Month is very well deserved and recognizes Shrey for his ongoing contributions to Ruth Chafee School. Shrey has the benefit of both having his fourth grade teacher and a student council representative teacher as both, so she gets to see him in both worlds. As we continue to talk to staff about Shrey's recognition, Ms. Guida, who has the pleasure of having Shrey and ours shared, that it is just an absolute delight to have in class. Just like her fellow colleagues, she shared how he is a true role model and a creative artist. Shrey puts 100% effort into his artwork and shows enthusiasm in every project he creates. Mr. Balding, our music teacher, went on to say Shrey is an excellent student in music, in band, and in chorus. He plays alto saxophone and reports practicing every morning. He's a conscientious learner, comes prepared with questions, and even seeks additional materials online. He's a mature student who seems wise beyond his years. We have even traveled back a couple years to his second grade teacher, Mrs. Steck, remembers what an outstanding student he was to have in her class. He's one of the most polite, attentive, and hardworking students I have ever had. Obviously, Mrs. Steck and not me. In addition, he was respectful and a good friend to all. I'm no way surprised that he's receiving this honor, and I'm very proud of his accomplishments. So, as you can see here, Shrey is an all-around outstanding student and a true Chafee Cardinal. When I asked what piece of advice would you give to your fellow students, he said, "Do the right thing." One of my favorite movies, and you'll do well. Do your work and have fun. Shrey, I want you to know that that is great advice. Know that I, the entire Chafee staff and students are proud of you and all of your accomplishments. We know you will do great things in the future. You will always be a Cardinal. Congratulations on this award. Well deserved, bud.
Shrey, well, that was quite a write-up. You have strengths in pretty much all areas of schooling. The one thing I didn't hear is, what are you thinking about after high school? I already thought that far ahead. You have a lot of interests.
I haven't really thought about that yet.
Well, the good news is, because you have so many strengths, you're going to have a lot of options to choose from. But I want to say congratulations for all your successes, and please keep up the good work. You certainly are someone that can be a role model to others. Congratulations. Now we're going to move to our middle schools. It's my pleasure to bring up Martin Kellogg, Middle School Principal, Mr. Lambert. He's here to honor Allison Galanotto. Come on up.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brummett. And I do want to take a pause to say congratulations for all of our families. You know, as family members, you're looking for those validations as you go through that you're on the right track and doing the right thing, and I can't think of a better opportunity than this. So congratulations to you as families. It takes a village, and your partnership is so valued in what we look to do to serve you and your children. I am so excited, and Martin Kellogg Middle School is so excited to recognize our Outstanding Student of the Month, Allie Galanotto, and everything that she's brought to our school in her 4 years at Martin Kellogg. She's an 8th grader this year, and we are so proud of her, but sad to see her go, but she's leaving quite a legacy. And here is what her teachers say about her success at Martin Kellogg. It's the little things that matter most in life. A warm smile, a friendly hello, a kind action. Allie Gallinato's life mantra can be summed up in 2 simple words: be kind. Imagine our world if everyone chose to live by this simple creed. Although seemingly insignificant, these little moments add up and have a great impact on the lives of others. Each day, Allie chooses to do what's right, and her actions do not go unnoticed. She's a humble leader who inspires others by her small acts of kindness each day and who leads by example, motivating her peers with her contagious smile and relentless work ethic. Allie's efforts have not gone unnoticed, as I mentioned, by her teachers. Mr. Cuccinella shares, Allie Gallinato is one of the most independent, mature, and motivated students of all time. I've had the pleasure of having Allie as a grade 8 science student this year, and she has inspired me to be a better teacher and design better lessons for her and other students. Her engagement, enthusiasm, and application to exceeding the grade 8 standards through my lessons have driven me to challenge my own practice of lesson design and delivery instruction. Thank you, Allie. I hope you know that your positive attitude towards learning is contagious in many ways. The thing that stands out the most about Allie is that she not only does she want to do well academically, but her classmates, she wants them to be successful as well. And for example, in math class, Mrs. Mintz states, Allie can often be found leading a group of classmates in a review session before each math quiz or test. She is always available to answer questions and pushes her classmates to put in their best effort. She helps her classmates who are absent from class to get caught up and helps those who may be struggling with the concept. She acts as a model student to her classmates by taking her classwork very seriously, even learning new math skills during her reach period. She has also been working very hard on her IXL skills, and where she has grown over 230 points this year, which is equivalent to 2 years of growth in a school season. Mrs. Tice echoes many of the same sentiments as Mrs. Mintz. She states, Allie is a diligent and hardworking student, but where she shines is in her empathy and kindness to her peers. Allie has been particularly helpful in my class this year, including with her ML classmates. She goes out of her way to help translate directions, often before the teacher is able to, and make sure they truly feel part of the class. She's even taken it upon herself to translate during a book club discussion, so students can engage as part of our classroom community of readers. In these moments, Allie truly shines as an empathetic leader. Her warm and infectious smile and optimistic energy bring out positivity to my classroom every day during Core 4. As a person who loves helping others, both inside the classroom and in her roles outside of the classroom, at Martin Kellogg, she is a peer mentor for 5th graders, helping other students start their day in a positive way. Allie participates in unified sports as well, and was a member of our Library Helpers program. In each of her roles, she is a leader who strives to make our school a better place, creating a sense of community at Martin Kellogg, and building many valuable relationships with the students she interacts with along the way. To Allie, the most important thing as a learner is to have goals and work hard to achieve them. Mrs. Verone states, Allie is a student who is intrinsically motivated and is always pushing herself to be the best she can be. She isn't afraid to ask questions or share insightful thoughts with class. Allie demonstrates a strong willingness to learn and uses her time efficiently, effectively utilizing every moment of class. Her incredible drive and time management carry over into all aspects of her life, including her love for sports. As an athlete who has been playing soccer for 8 years and lacrosse for 2 years, she is no stranger to putting in hours of hard work. She practices soccer for an hour or 2 daily, and even when she doesn't have practice. As a competitive soccer player, she demonstrates her skills at showcases, such as an upcoming showcase in South Carolina. She trains rigorously, not only because she loves it, but she knows that her effort will pay off in the long run. Allie credits her success in school and life to her parents. Her parents' values instilled in her from a very early age, and when asked what she's most proud of, she responded without hesitation, my family. They taught me to do what is right and to never judge people because you don't know what they're going through in their personal lives. Allie's compassion for others and attention to daily acts of kindness are truly special. She's a person who sees the value in the small acts and achieves great things as a result. Martin Kellogg Middle School students, Outstanding Student of the Month.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lambert. Boy, I don't know, I must have lost count about empathetic and kindness coming through in your remarks, and just your dedication to your studies, your dedication to soccer. Tell me about your plans after high school, or is that too soon to ask?
I'm not sure. I know for sure that I want to help people and do something along those lines.
Well, a teacher would be someone that helps people a lot. Of course, we all have people that are also going into the medical field, but it sounds like whatever you set your mind to, you will do. So congratulations, Helen. For the students in the room, I know when you're up here, you're probably a little nervous, but when I look out into the audience and I see how proud your guests are of you, many of them getting a little misty-eyed, I think I want you to make sure you know that, how proud your invited guests are here for you today, and it's just really nice to see. It's one of the reasons I love this event so much. All right, and now I'm thrilled to bring up Mr. Dan Diaz, principal of John Wallace Middle School. He's here to talk about Nathaniel Drury. Come on up.
I welcome everyone, and I want to extend my congratulations again to all the families today. This truly for us is an event we look forward to every month and celebrating with you all. And it's my pleasure today to introduce Nathan Murray. Nathan is a 7th grade student at John Wallace Middle School, and typically at John Wallace it sort of falls in tradition that it's usually an 8th grade student that we nominate for Outstanding Student Month because it's the end of their 4 years. But Nathan is actually a 7th grader, and that just is a testament to how much he stood out to our committee that we nominated a 7th grader to come up and receive this award. So that's a little extra special on top of all of this for him. So Nathan is a grade 7 student at John Wallace Middle School. He was nominated for Student of the Month by his classroom teachers based on the fact that he consistently demonstrates each of the 5 pillars of Wallace Pride, which are preparation, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence. To share a little bit about those with you, and then I have some words from his teachers, and you're going to see all the great things they have to say about how he truly exemplifies the pride pillars at John Wallace. In terms of preparation, Nathan is always prepared in school in both learning and materials that he needs to be successful. With respect, Nathan speaks respectfully to all adults and his peers in the building. He's accepting of others, even those with different viewpoints or backgrounds. He is supportive of his peers and often offers suggestions when he may see them struggling. In the area of integrity, Nathan does the right thing when no one is looking. He's responsible with his time, and he's honest about things he might need to do to continue to improve. In the area of determination, Nathan regularly seeks feedback to improve his own learning. He analyzes his work, makes his edits to demonstrate deep understanding of material, and draws connections between different topics and subject areas. With excellence, Nathan produces high-quality work. He elaborates on his ideas and pushes himself to new challenges. He is very personable and will often share information about his family and his own long-term goals. And outside of school, Nathan is actively involved in our band and our chorus. In addition, he's a competitive swimmer, as you can see by his gear here, which is excellent. And Nathan and I met this morning, and he was informing me a little bit on the Connecticut swim team that he is on, and he was kind of schooling me a little bit in the way things work. And we often think of competition in terms of making it to state championships and even regionals, but Nathan shared with me this morning that he's actually made the zones. And this was something new that I learned today. And I believe it was the first time in 8 years on the swim team that someone has made it all the way to the zones, which is across the country. So let's give him a round of applause for that. And his ability to balance music, his academics, and his athletics demonstrate all of his dedication and his hard work. I think you said, is it 5 nights a week swim practice? So 5 nights a week practice in addition to that band, chorus, and all of his academics. So he's got a bright future ahead. So I also have some words from his teachers to share. Miss Murphy, who is Nathan's science teacher, said, "Nathan is a strong student and community member. He makes sure he fully understands concepts and he's not afraid to ask clarifying questions to deepen his understanding. He's very responsible in balancing school, music, and sports, and he often shares his own knowledge to help others and poses questions in class that get everyone thinking." Mr. Blair, his technology teacher, shared, "Nathaniel demonstrates exceptional commitment and diligence, making him an outstanding student. He's remarkably conscientious about his work, and he consistently produces high-quality assignments." That's a theme that comes up throughout this speech, balancing his academics with his passion for swimming, which showcases his ability to prioritize and remain focused. His a positive attitude, and his demeanor towards staff and peers create a supportive classroom environment. Mrs. Lockley, who is our health and physical education teacher, shared, "Nathan always comes to me with a smile and a smirk when he says good morning to me. We laugh at his smirk," I think we see it right there, "and then he usually talks to me about swimming or just school in general. He's a kind young man, is well liked by his peers, and always caught doing the right thing." Ms. Birch, his language arts teacher, shared, "Nathan is respectful to all adults and students in the building. He shows maturity in his conversations with his teachers. He's conscientious and kind, and always puts his best work forward." Mr. Sidney, who is our algebra teacher, says, "Nathan is a valuable member of our math community. His consistency and his positive approach to academics has a positive impact on his peers in their academic pursuits. He contributes well to group thinking tasks and keeps his group centered, focused, and motivated when we have challenging tasks. He's committed to his academic achievement as an exemplary student in regards to his work completion, attention to detail, and motivation to succeed. All of these personal traits, when combined with his natural aptitude for mathematics, contribute to his outstanding achievement in advanced math class this school year. We are lucky to have him as a member of our community, and we are better off for it." And finally, Mr. Kelly, who is our band teacher at John Wallace, says, "Nathan is a model student. He has initiated supplementary after-school lessons with me to ensure he passes all his band music assessments, and he is currently preparing for auditions next year, or for this year as well, for both regionals and the John Wallace Jazz Band next school year." As you can see from his teachers and all of the effort that Nathan puts in, we are so proud of him, and we congratulate you, Nathan, on being considered our nominee on being selected for John Wallace Middle School's Outstanding Student of the Month. Congratulations, Nathan.
Thank you, Mr. Daz. A lot going on there, music and swimming. Is swimming something that you'd like to pursue in college?
Yeah.
I'm not super knowledgeable about swimming. Are there particular colleges where swimming is kind of a focus?
Not really a focus as much as like there are certain colleges that are better at swimming than others.
So those are kind of the ones you might be looking at down the road. Any thought on what you might want to pursue career-wise?
No, not really.
That's all right. It looks like you've got a lot to choose from. And again, congratulations on all your many accomplishments. Look forward to hearing about you in the years to come. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All righty. Last, but of course certainly not least, we're here to honor our award winner from Newington High School. I have Mr. Gatos here. I think Ms. Tiggles in the back just to cheer you on, but I'd like to bring up Jordan Williamson from Newington High School.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike Gatos. I'm one of the assistant principals at Newington High School. And it gives me great pleasure, first of all, again, congratulations to all of our award recipients this afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Outstanding Student of the Month for Newington High School. And this month, we've chosen Jordan Williamson to receive this prestigious award. Jordan is a senior at Newington High School and was selected out of almost a little over 1,300 students. Dr. Bowman, I know you asked that question, what are you looking forward to after high school? And Jordan's a pretty impressive young man. He has a very neat path after high school, and what's even more impressive were the steps he's taken to put himself in a position for success, and I can't wait to share those with you. Jordan was nominated for this award by our social worker, Ms. Dosh, And Jordan credits Ms. Dosh with being a mentor to him who has helped him prepare for life after high school. In her recommendation, she wrote that Jordan is currently a senior at Newington High School, and he came to us from another district a few months into his freshman year. He received honors in each of his 4 years here. He was a member of our volleyball team, the manager of the girls' volleyball team, member of the diversity club, member of the link crew, member of the key club, member of our student council, and he tried to get the aviation club off and going. This past summer, along with other jobs, Jordan was a camp counselor for Newington Parks and Rec, and he is a compassionate and empathetic human, and has used his life struggles as motivation to help others through his involvement through our link crew and helping new students navigate the building. He has also shown us by helping to make changes in Newington High School and the Newington Public Schools community by working with Mrs. Dosh and other staff to bring his concerns to our equity committees both at the school and our district level. Jordan is also very interested in pursuing a career in flight and aviation. He's used his motivation and perseverance to connect with many community resources. During his junior year and throughout the summer before his senior year, he worked at Plainville's airport as a receptionist, and added benefit of being able to have conversations with people in the field. He is currently working at Advanced Torque in Newington as a laser and assembly technician. In addition, moving on to college, Jordan is also pursuing possibly joining the military in some capacity after graduation. Also upon hearing his nomination, Mr. Riggy, his public speaking teacher, reached out, and it was in all caps and like exclamation points, and Mr. Riggy was pretty excited. He said Jordan is an outstanding individual. He always shows up to class with a great attitude and great energy. I truly enjoy his presence and his participation. As mentioned in Mrs. Dosh's recommendation, Jordan is an honor student at Newington High School. He was a 4-year varsity member of our boys volleyball team. He's a member of our link crew, which helps new students to the high school become acclimated. He's a member of our diversity club, key club, and our student council. Now, in meeting with Jordan, you can't help but kind of compare your path to our students. And if you ever question where high school kids are today, I can assure you that we're in great hands with kids like Jordan. As a senior in high school, I was working at Little Caesars Pizza, and Jordan's working at an aerospace company making helicopters. I think we're going to be in good hands. This summer, in addition to being a camp counselor, Jordan participated in OBAP, the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, and the purpose of this organization is to create awareness, inspire, and propel aerospace careers nationwide. After graduation, Jordan will be attending Delaware State University, where he will major in aviation with a career goal of becoming a commercial pilot. In addition to attending Delaware State University, he has aspirations to join the Air National Guard as a flight engineer, and will be starting that process very, very soon after graduation. Jordan, on behalf of our faculty and staff at Newington High School, it has been our pleasure to be a part of your high school journey. We are excited to see all the great things that the future holds for you. Your drive, your focus, your positive work ethic will no doubt lead you to great things. We look forward to seeing you sit in that pilot seat very soon. Congratulations.
Clearly you have something going on with aeronautics. What kind of pilot do you think you'd like to be, like a commercial pilot or some other type of pilot?
I like to be an airline pilot. Doesn't really matter which airline, but
A lot of the friendly skies for somebody. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. So before we close out our ceremony today, I will invite all of the award winners up here for a group photo in front of the screen. I just want to, and it was mentioned before by Mr. Lambert, thank all of our special guests, because you can see that in our student remarks, they really owe a lot of their accomplishments to their family and special guests who've been here today to support them through the journey. So how about a round of applause for the students and their support team. I couldn't be more proud of everyone in the room today, and Newington Public Schools has a very bright future because of those in the room today, and I will invite anyone to partake in the refreshments in the back room, but first let's have our students come up, and families feel free to take a photo as well. Come on up here. Thank you. Nate, come with us at the back. And we'll get you in the back. Yes, Nate, hugging everybody. Your Nate, that's short. And maybe you'll have you in the back as well, honey. Have you in the back row, sir. Right next to them. We'll scoot you all down a little bit. All right, and then the rest of the students kind of go in between. How about you back there? That's George. Right there. All right, what do you think?
Okay.
Good picture?
Looks good to me.
All right, and we'll help you stay there so the paparazzi can get a good shot too.
Okay, sounds good. Congratulations, guys. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right, thank you.
All right, come on up. Anybody that wants, wait. We have our announcements and guests might want to take a few other photos. And again, this photo will be in my quarterly newsletter coming out in June.